I'm Molly Miller, and I'm here to answer your top questions about the CAGED system. Is the CAGED system worth learning? Well, I'm kind of a biased person here, but I'm a strong believer that the CAGED system is the way to see the fretboard, to stop guessing and just using your ear and making things up, but to actually break out of the box and kind of get to the next level so you can really start to see things and make sense of them. So I would say it is definitely worth learning. Don't learn CAGED. It's a basic truism of the guitar, and it's not a great way to learn. It's an easy way for internet courses to sell product because it's catchy. None of my in-person teachers have taught it. For CAGED haters, I am always a believer that they just don't actually know what CAGED is or understand. They think it's just this like one system. But the reality is if you're using CAGED in the correct way, it's a way to unlock the fretboard for everything, not just for like seeing shapes, but like for major, minor, augmented, diminished, for scales, arpeggio, chord tone, soloing, and it's mobile and flexible. So it's not one thing. It's sort of endlessly useful. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand the CAGED system. That's why you're a hater. Yes. I'm looking to start learning the CAGED system, but want to make sure I have the right foundation first. What should I be comfortable with? So that's a very good question. And I would say it's actually pretty simple. It's just if you know those 5 open chord shapes, C, A, G, E, and D. Those 5 shapes are the essential building blocks of the CAGED system. They're the 5 shapes that you use to view everything. View different scales, view different arpeggios, figure out how to solo, triads, pentatonic scales. Everything is built off of those 5 shapes. How does the CAGED system and pentatonic boxes correlate? You use the CAGED system when seeing pentatonic boxes. So for example, all 5 shapes, like C, A, G, E, D, all 5 of those shapes and positions of the CAGED have a pentatonic scale that is attached to it. So in this C shape, for example, you can see that a pentatonic scale lives inside with all the notes of that C shape being highlighted. Same with like when you're in the A shape, you have a pentatonic scale where notes, chord tones, like these notes are being highlighted. So all 5 shapes have a pentatonic scale attached to them, whether that is a major pentatonic or minor pentatonic. I am very dedicated and am willing to sit for hours a day to learn. How long will it approximately take to understand it? So time is kind of a tricky question. Quality is more important than quantity, I would say, but also it does take time because understanding and mastering are 2 different things. I think to understand the concept, just sitting down for an hour, couple hours to start understanding the concept, but to really master it and get a strong foundation for it, it does take time, weeks, months. My CAGED course is approximately 3 months, and that'll give you a really strong foundation to actually apply all the CAGED information. What is the relationship of the CAGED system versus the circle of fifths or fourths? They're not related. I think that it's really easy to get confused on musical terms. They're 2 very different things. One is a system for viewing the fretboard, and one's a system for music theory and and that's a whole other Pandora's box, which I won't get into right now, but they're not related. That's all the questions. If you want to go deeper in the CAGED system, check out this video. And if you want a structured 3-month program on the CAGED system, there's a link in the description that takes you to my CAGED learning pathway on Pickup Music.